lot of Easter eggs.
All the power.
Yeah.
You're always looking for those opportunities to maybe bring a little something from the past.
The whole thing could be a giant Easter omelet.
If they're going to do a nod to one of the previous films, it's right and it feels natural.
If you're a true Karate Kid fan, you'll definitely see so many things.
Anytime there's an item or something of importance that's brought up in one of the original Karate Kid movies, we've clocked that and we're thinking about that. The little drum that Robbie's playing with, comes from Karate Kid Part 2, or the banners.
Karate is for defense only.
Rule number 2. First, learn rule number 1.
The headband, that's the original headband from that movie that Ralph has kept all these years. We have footage that's never been seen before, and we got that from the cutting room floor, and we're able to look at that fight from Johnny's perspective a little bit. It really helps set the mood. You're in the sacred church of Karate Kid now, so don't get it wrong. Another Easter egg was the shrine in Mr. Miyagi's house that, Daniel has put everything back up the way he remembered it. There's an apple and an orange up on pedestals.
And when I first walked in, I was like, why is there an orange and an apple? There was actually, in Mr. Miyagi's house, there was an orange and an apple.
It's unclear why they were in the movie. Was it something Miyagi just put his fruit out there to remember to eat it? Or did a production designer put it there because it just looked like a splash of color? But for better or worse, there's an apple and an orange there.
We wanted to bring back that classic training from the original films, but find fresh and different ways to do it. The first time you see sort of Johnny putting Miguel to work in the dojo.
Hey, Sensei, is there any particular way you want me to wash these windows?
Nah, I don't give a shit.
He doesn't care at all.
Just go clean the toilet and we'll call it a night.
But on the flip side, we also loved when we had Daniel training Robbie.
It never hit me until I got on set and they called Ralph over, and Ralph comes over and he's like, yeah, I got this. Here, this is how you do it. And I went, yeah. The Karate Kid's teaching me how to wax on and wax off, the big thing from the movie, So that was kind of the cool moment.
I got a little bit of a lump in my throat, passing on some of those lessons and legacy to our current cast. It's awesome.
Another Easter egg is that Ralph actually got to keep Miyagi's truck.
That's the original car from the movie. It was gifted to Ralph after the movies.
Whoa.
And it was loaned to us for production.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Mary and Ralph actually got to drive in the car down the Pacific Coast Highway. That was really, really cool.
Right before we took off, we look over and there was an entire karate class practicing karate on the beach, and I'm like screaming to them, I'm like, the Karate Kid is right here in the yellow car. Do you realize what you're experiencing? It was really cool.
Rumor has it, he's actually going to be giving me the car for my 20th birthday. Shout out to you, Ralph. You're a great guy. Thank you so much.
We'll see about that.
Golf and stuff is one of my favorite Easter eggs. First, there's the sign. We didn't actually film the sign again. We actually used the footage from the original Karate Kid movie and comped that same sign in at a location in Atlanta. We went out of our way to look at what games Daniel and Allie were playing on their date so that when Samantha and Miguel are on their not a date, they'd be playing the same games. They had an experience with a photo booth. It's really fun when you look back and you watch both dates back to back and you realize just how much overlap there is.
Well, it's so cool when Tori meets Miguel. It's kind of mirroring the Karate Kid.
Hey, you got a name?
Allie, with an I.
We had dinner one night with Robert Mark Kamen, the writer of the original Karate Kid films. And he told us that one of his daughters is named Allie with an I. And that's where he got the name Allie from. So he has another daughter, Tori with a Y, in honor of him and sort of all that he brought to this franchise. We wrote into the scene where she actually says Tori with a Y.
My name's Miguel.
Tori. With a Y. So it's kind of paying homage to the movie.
Valley Fest. Daniel's putting on this big presentation. What could be his finale?
Nah, don't worry about the finale. I got it covered.
Daniel's big finale is going to be breaking the ice, which is just a callback from Karate Kid 2.
But we knew when writing it that he would never get to break the ice because Cobra Kai was going to come in.
Cobra Kai! Cobra Kai! Cobra Kai! Cobra Kai!
Of course, Johnny upstages him.
It's one of those examples of sort of having something from the past but trying to show it in a different way. It's one of my favorite moments on this show. Daniel is just so crushed, and you just see the ice melting as Cobra Kai's, badass music is playing over it and ringing out.
Thanks for watching the Easter egg hunt. As much as we can help the actors be put in a situation where it's taking them back and they're feeling it in an earnest way, that's the stuff that makes the show.
I like that. I like that.